Hello, this is Wicked Shrapnel, and the title of this commentary is Don't Let Anyone Tell You You Can't Succeed. And it was inspired by a Woody's Gamertag commentary that I watched last night. He posted it last week, and it's called Screw the Haters and Screw Your Inner Voice.
Oh my god, Wicked Shrapnel, you're doing a commentary on the same topic that Woody's Gamertag did a video about? You're such a copier! You fucking suck!
Shut the fuck up, Unicorn. You are just the kind of hater that Woody was talking about, that the people that tell you that you suck or you can't do something, and everyone will tell you that you can't achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And a lot of that is insecurities in themselves and their own belief that they can obtain it, or they've tried to obtain it and they quit, and they don't want anyone else to achieve what they were not able to achieve themselves. And I can relate to this myself in many different aspects of my life, in YouTube and in my professional career. I came from humble beginnings. I was raised by a single parent. She worked, just slightly above minimum wage jobs, and I wasn't spoiled, that's for sure. But she did provide all the things that she could possibly provide for me. And in school, I didn't get the best grades. I was probably an average C student, so I didn't get any scholarships to go to college. And I even dropped out of college within the first year because student loan bills were just going to be outrageous by the time that I got through with it. And a lot of people said, like, if you don't go to college, you're never going to amount to anything. You won't be able to get a good job. You won't be able to, get anything more than just like a minimum wage job or, slightly above in some sort of trade. And I decided to do things the way that I wanted to do them. And it all worked out in the end. It might not work out for everyone, but I didn't let anyone tell me that I couldn't do it on my own. And I was fortunate to have my uncle who he got me a job, entry level minimum wage job, but it was in a technology company where I was able to work towards the ultimate goal of being where I am now in the computer industry. And he provided me with the means, I guess, to achieve my goals, but it was really up to me to be able to do it. And he was a big inspiration as far as motivating me to do it. Like, he believed in me sometimes when I didn't believe in me. So I would be like, I don't know if I could do this, like get some sort of certification in like a really limited time frame. I had to get a CCNA within like 6 weeks, and that just seemed like a totally unattainable goal to me. And I was trying to tell myself I couldn't do it before I even tried. And he really pushed me, and I was able to do it. And I really appreciate that I had someone in my life that was able to push me when I was telling myself that I couldn't succeed. So, like even Woody said this in his video, that a lot of people will tell you that, you can't do something, including yourself. And you are really your own worst enemy when it comes to quitting or not trying to achieve what it is you want to achieve. And you have to really overcome the inner voice telling you that you can't do something. And it really helps if you have someone in your life that is able to push you to achieve what they think that you are able to achieve, even if you're not able to get that mental state that you're able to achieve it yourself. And on the other hand, my uncle also kind of, I was kind of in a bubble under his, because I worked for him for 10 years, and I kind of believed that I couldn't do any better for myself. If it wasn't for him, that I wouldn't be able to make it in the real world. And there was other people in the family that kind of told me that if it wasn't for your uncle, that you'd be working a minimum wage job and you wouldn't amount to anything, which I kind of felt that way at the time, that I couldn't make it in the in the real world myself. And it finally came like after 10 years where I was almost forced to try to find something else. His company came upon hard financial times, and he had to cut the payroll for everyone in the company, and it kind of forced me out of the nest or out of my comfort zone. And I was able to find a job outside and was able to succeed there where I didn't think that I was able to. I had a lot of doubts in myself. And I made a big leap. I moved out on my own. I moved to Austin, Texas. No family, no friends. I didn't know anyone. And it was a really scary time, but I pushed myself to do it. And the unknown, the fear of the unknown is one of the greatest fears there is, because you just don't know what to expect. And it all worked out really good. And I'm just happy now that people in my life built my confidence up enough, and I got to a point where I believed that I could do certain things, and I didn't let anyone tell me that I couldn't. There was people at the times like, oh, that's a big move. I don't know if it's going to be, worth it. That's a big risk. But with no risks, there's no rewards. And I'm glad that I took the risks that I did, because it paid off in the end. So whatever it is in your life that you aspire to be, just, I guess, emulate what it is that you want to become, and eventually you will become that. And you have to be realistic. I think there was not a lot of realistic expectations in Woody's commentary. It's almost like if someone says that they want to be an astronaut and go to the moon, you set yourself and do it. But if everyone wanted to be an astronaut and go to the moon, there's going to be things that can hold you back. But the people that make it, they didn't let anyone tell them that they couldn't do it. So you do have to try. And even if you don't succeed, at least you tried. I guess that's one of the biggest things that I could say, is that don't quit before you even try. And if things wouldn't have worked out when I moved down to Austin, it could have been, not worth it all, but at least I tried. And that's probably the biggest thing. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, or don't hold yourself back and not even attempt to achieve something just because everyone tells you that you can't. And that includes yourself. And I'm just glad that I took some risks in life, and they did pay off for me. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. So if you don't make it, in one endeavor, don't let that stop you from doing it again, because eventually it'll pay off. So hope you enjoyed this commentary, and I'll put a link to Woody's Gamertag's commentary in the description, so go check it out, and I will talk to you later. Take it easy.